Hello everyone, my name is Tommy George and I'm here from the University of Lincoln today. So today we're going to talk to you all about the University of Lincoln itself, the different courses that we offer, and we're also going to go in depth and we're going to be joined by some guests here at the university across some of our faculties such as the business school, and we'll talk a little bit more in depth about that, followed by a Q&A session where you can ask any questions, any doubts, any queries, and we'll be able to have a discussion on those as well. So I think I'm going to be joined by some guests in just a moment's time. And then we've got a short video to play for you that just gives you a very quick overview of the university, some of the fantastic things we've got going on at the minute. So we're being joined by our guests just now. And then I think we've got a short video to play just coming up briefly.
At the University of Lincoln, we recognise that change is coming, and we are preparing our students to lead that change. That means a great student experience underpinned by world-class research. With our students, we're solving global challenges in fields like health, energy, agriculture and climate. So come to an open day and be the change.
Fantastic. There we go. As you can see, it's a really fantastic opportunity, and that video was really designed to show some of our greatest elements. So David and Math, I don't know if you want to very quickly introduce yourselves, and then we'll get on to the presentation.
Yes, thank you, Tommy. My name is David Rugara. I'm the head of international at the business school, which is one of the 5 colleges of the university.
Okay, so my name is Mahfouz Rahman. I'm a senior lecturer at Lincoln International Business School. I'm originally from Bangladesh, and so I can speak Bengali as well. So most probably, in future, we can have some formal as well as some informal communication, and I'll be happy to share my experience, and also I'll invite you to take the opportunity to get experience at University of Lincoln.
Great, thank you very much, Math. Unfortunately, I can't speak Bengali, but I'm gonna try as best I can to give as much information on the business school and also the University of Lincoln itself before I hand over back to you guys. So, David, can you see that presentation? Okay.
It's not coming up yet. Yeah.
Okay. No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, lovely stuff. The technology is working with us today. Very good. Okay, so as I said, we're here very quickly just to kind of give you a really great overview of the University of Lincoln and kind of what we're about. So really here at the university, we're massively focused on giving you a life-changing education. So we believe absolutely that teaching is at the heart of what we do, and we aspire to ensure that our students feel a part of a really welcoming and warm academic community here at the university. So it's always good when you talk about a university in the United Kingdom to talk about its reputation and its rankings. So there's some really great statistics that suggest that 1 in 4 world leaders have studied at a UK institution. So studying in the UK is a real home to world leaders, thought leading and innovation as well. So those statistics were released by the British Council, I believe, in 2000 and 2019. So whilst we're talking about ranking, some of our key rankings here for you today. So we're a gold standard university. So in 2017, we were awarded gold standard by the National Teaching Excellence Framework. As I said, we hold teaching here at the university in very high regard, and we put a big focus on ensuring that students get a fantastic teaching experience. So some of our more recent rankings that we're super proud of is we've recently been awarded QS 5 stars. So in June 2020, we were awarded a top 5-star score in the prestigious QS 5 stars ranking system. And we've also been awarded just recently Modern University of the Year by the Times and Sunday Times, and top 150 in the world by the Times Higher Education Young University Rankings. On top of that, we were also just recently awarded top 20 in the UK for student experience. So a couple of quick numbers for you very briefly is this year we've got roughly 17,000 students in total, just over, and 10.7 of those were from outside of the UK in the 1920 academic year. So a little bit about the university itself. We've got over 300 courses, and we're actually placed top 5 in the UK for hospitality, event management, tourism, which all belong to the International Business School that we'll be hearing more about later. And we're also top 5 in mathematics and chemistry as well. So just recently, we've been working really hard to increase the number of courses that we have offering placement opportunities. And again, within the Lincoln International Business School, there's a wide range of placement opportunities on our courses, which I'm sure the team will be able to talk about. So at the University of Lincoln, we've got 4 different faculties: the College of Arts, the College of Science, the College of Social Science, and the Lincoln International Business School. So as you can see there, there's a really, really great list of faculties, all have a fantastic suite of programs. So we've got anything that you'd like to study, we hope that we can provide some sort of opportunity for you to continue your studies here in the UK and here at the University of Lincoln. So it's really important to talk about the history of the city of Lincoln. It's got a lot of history. As you can see there on that really, really fantastic image, the cathedral is really one of the key markers of our great city. Lincoln Cathedral at one point was one of the tallest buildings in the world for about 200 years. So it's a real landmark here in the UK and here in the city of Lincoln. I wish I could say it was as sunny as it is in this picture all the time, but it does rain every now and again, unfortunately. So about the city itself, we've got over 2,000 years of history, and Lincoln itself can be traced back as far as 300 BC. Even now, however, you can see a lot of our heritage, and we still have a lot of tourism in and around the Lincoln Castle, which is an actively worked castle every day. And as you can see by the images, it's a very traditional English style city that we have kind of working in and around a modern university campus. So one of the great statistics we have is that it was voted the UK's friendliest city in 2016. So not only is it a fantastic environment to be part of at the University of Lincoln, but the surrounding city of Lincoln itself is a really, really great area to live, work, and also study. And it's also been voted top 5 happiest places to live and work in the UK as well. I was a former student here, and I can absolutely say that it was a really, really great place during my time as a student. So in terms of the location of Lincoln, Lincoln's located in what's called the heart of the UK in the East Midlands. So we have a load of great transport links to key cities in and around the UK. So Nottingham, Sheffield, London as well. We have direct trains that run from London, King's Cross, right up to Lincoln. And if you're travelling by air to the university, we've got a load of airports around us as well, alongside offering a free airport pickup service on specific days from London Heathrow to the university also. So as I've mentioned, history and heritage is really at the heart of Lincoln itself as a city. And the Lincoln Cathedral, as I say, for over 200 years, it was said to be the tallest building in the world. And the castle is still home to one of the only 4 surviving copies of the Magna Carta, which was created in 1215. But it's not all just about history and heritage. We have lots of great leisure and culture opportunities as well. In particular, some of the most notable ones being the Lincoln Christmas Market. This is one of the largest Christmas markets in Europe. So every year, loads and loads of people from all over the world come to Lincoln to see our Christmas market up at the cathedral in the snow. We also have a great range of cafes, bars, restaurants serving cuisine and drinks from around the world. And we really try and make Lincoln an accessible place for everybody. So you'll be able to find European, Oriental, and halal food butchers in and around the city as well. So I mentioned right at the start of this presentation that Lincoln's quite famous for a number of historical influences during their time. So you can see here that Sir Isaac Newton, one of our key figureheads here at the university, was born in Lincolnshire, in Woolsthorpe by Colsterworth in 1642. So one of the most famous scientists in the world, and we still record his details here, and we have a building named after him as well, which is home to our computer science, engineering, maths and physics schools here at the University of Lincoln. So other notable characters are Alfred Tennyson, the widely regarded poet. alongside George Bull, Sarah Swift, and Margaret Thatcher, the UK's first female Prime Minister. So all of these characters played. Lincoln was their kind of Lincolnshire was their home area. So we try and really hold on to that great history and culture that we have here at the University of Lincoln. So, in terms of our university itself, we have a really growing alumni network, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year, which is fantastic. So as of now, we have over 90,000 alumni across more than 130 different countries. So we're really proud to say that, you know, when you join the University of Lincoln, you're not just joining for your studies. When you start on that journey, you're always part of our fantastic community long after you've finished your studies as well. And to support you to do that, every single student that graduates here from the university is offered 15 months of tailored careers support after their graduation. So we'll not only help you to gain the skills required to complete your studies and your degree here, we'll also support you to find a further role in the future as well. And we've got a really great statistic that shows that 96% of our most recent graduates were in work or further study within 6 months of finishing their course. So that came from the Destination of Leavers from Higher Education Survey. So it's probably quite important to talk about why we've got Harry Potter on the image here. So the gentleman in the centre, Chris Rankin, he is actually a former Lincoln alumnus. So he was known for playing Percy Weasley in the Harry Potter film series. And in 2008, he studied media production here at the University of Lincoln. So we love to throw that in there, that we have not only the Harry Potter style town and feel to our city, but we actually have a former alumnus of the film series here as well. So we have to talk about our fantastic city centre and our campus facilities. So our key campus is our Brayford Pool campus that's located right in the city centre and has all of your local amenities needed. And we'll go into much more detail about that across this presentation. So as I say, we've got a city centre location at the University of Lincoln here on our main Brayford campus. And we've recently been voted in 2018 top 10 in the UK for university facilities. So we've invested a lot of time, resource and energy into ensuring that we've got a really fantastic campus for all of our students to utilise, especially here on our main campus. And we're really proud to say that we were opened in 1996 by Queen Elizabeth II. So we were given a royal opening by Queen Elizabeth II when we first opened our buildings in 1996 to the university. So as I say, we've got a really central campus here at Lincoln, which is fantastic, and everything that you might need during your time here is within a simple walking distance here at the university. So starting in the bottom left of the image on screen now, you can see all of our halls of accommodation that are available at a wide range of prices and kind of setups for students to stay in. Go all the way up into our key learning buildings that you can see in the centre of the map. Heading more into the top right, which is the city centre, and if you look in the top right of the image, once again you can see that very prominent and very proud Lincoln Cathedral right at the top of the image also. So we're going to talk a little bit about the entry requirements required for students studying from the Bangladesh area today. So this isn't an exhaustive list. This won't be absolutely everything. So we always advise if you have at any point kind of any questions or queries, do please get in touch with us. Do let us know, and we will be able to talk further about those entry requirements. So in terms of our entry requirements for undergraduate applications, so for bachelor's and undergraduate programs, we follow the UCAS deadline of January 15th. So any questions and any queries should be made prior to that, and any applications should be taken prior to January 15th in order to meet the UCAS deadline. So UCAS helps to regulate all of our applications here in the United Kingdom and means that we have provided an easy and efficient service for students to be able to apply. We also offer an online application portal, so you can apply for postgraduate programs through our online application portal, which makes it nice and simple, nice and easy to keep track of your application, where it's at, and any additional documents that you might need to be able to provide. So we're really pleased to be able to make our application process as quick, simple, and easy as possible. And we're also proud to say that for a number of our programs, we now no longer require references as part of the application process. Just your personal statement, your recent qualifications, and any other requirements that might be necessary specifically for your course. So I've got the entry requirements here on screen for you, but you can see that for undergraduate entry, we look for a successful higher secondary school certificate, in addition to successful completion of a recognised international foundation course. Absolutely, if you are on an IB or an international A-level programme, we will of course consider those as well. So in terms of those English language requirements, we look for an IELTS of 6.0 with no less than 5.5 in each band score. However, please note that some of our courses do require a slightly higher IELTS, which will be listed on the programme webpage. So for any students studying postgraduate entry also, we look for a minimum of 65% or 3.5 GPA is comparable to a 2.1, and 60% or 3.0 is comparable to a 2.2. We also look for a successful completion of a master's degree from a recognised institution, preceded by a 3-year bachelor's as well. We do also have a range of international Year 1 and study programmes available for students that don't meet those requirements that would like to still attend the university. You are able to join through one of our access courses routes or pathway routes as well. So do head to the university websites, which you can find out much more about those. So for tuition fees for this year, for the 2021 academic year, we're looking for £14,400 to £15,900 for the year, going all the way up in our postgraduate programs to £14,900 to £16,500 per year as well. And for our MBA programs, we look for £16,600. Now, in terms of that payment breakdown, we try and make this process as simple as possible. So when you apply for your CAS, which is your confirmation accepted as a study letter here from the university, we'll require a £2,000 deposit breakdown. Following that, 50% of your remaining fees are payable prior to enrolment, and then the remaining balance can be spread across 9 monthly instalments. So we try and make it as simple and easy as possible for you here at the university to ensure that we can offer you as much as we possibly can. So it's really important to talk about scholarships here at the university. So we have a wide range of scholarships available for you. So apologies, my apologies, guys. The scholarship slide doesn't seem to be loading with us. So the scholarships we have available are very simple. So we have a really fantastic automatic £2,000 scholarship available. So this scholarship, again, you don't need to create an extra application for, so long as you meet the minimum entry requirements to the programme here at the University of Lincoln. We will be able to offer you £2,000 off your year of study. So this is a really great opportunity that helps you to come here and study here at the University of Lincoln and here in the UK. So long as you meet the entry requirements to the programme, we will be able to give you £2,000 off your first year of study. And the second scholarship we have available for students is a really fantastic Lincoln 50% Global Scholarship. This is a really competitive scholarship aimed for high achieving students that can show not only great academic achievements, but fantastic personal endeavour, lots of extracurricular activities, volunteering, work experience that they might have accrued. So we've got a range of accommodation scholarship opportunities for those students, again taking 50% of your fees off your first year of study if you're on a bachelor's program, or off your year of study if you're applying for a master's program. So we're really pleased to be able to offer those scholarships for you. So there's lots of other scholarships available specific to different programs and different styles that you can find more about on the university website, lincoln.ac.uk, and you can find our full list of scholarships available to you there. So one of the biggest questions we get as I get as an international officer here at the university, and when speaking to prospective students, is where will I be staying? What is our accommodation like? So the University of Lincoln has a really, really great range of accommodation available, and it was named as one of the most affordable cities in the UK within the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide. So I'm going to give you just a bit of a breakdown about the range of accommodation options that we have. So here at the University of Lincoln, we have 3 on-campus university-managed halls of residence. So we have 3 different options available to students that are managed here by the university themselves. So these prices typically range from £110 to £160 per week based on a 40-week contract. So we try and be as flexible as possible and give you a wide variety of options dependent on your needs, budget, and also price range. We are then followed by 5 off-campus university-managed halls of residences. So whilst we say off-campus, however, these accommodations are no more than a 10 to 15-minute walk away from the campus at any given time. So as I say, Lincoln's it's quite a small city, and the campus really takes up the heart of the city centre. So you're always close to campus, no matter what kind of accommodation you stay in. So prices for our off-campus university-managed halls of residence range from £145 to £163.80 per week, again based on a 40-week contract. And finally, we do also offer 12 off-campus third-party providers in and around the city. So different options are there and available to you should you need to look at alternative arrangements. And the prices for those can be found on their respective websites when you are doing your research. So as I say, you're never far away from the city centre campus here at the University of Lincoln, with a great range of on-campus university accommodation, off-campus university accommodation, and also partnership halls. So you can see there that everything is within a 15-minute walk away at the very most. And you can see also the key points on this map of all the different activities that we have, amenities that we have for you, and also transport links, the bus station, train station as well. So it's really great to have everything so close together in such an easy to access and navigate city centre. So as I say, we have a really, really great range of accommodation available through our on-campus accommodation and student villages. And as part of that, our accommodation services team is available to support you as students 24/7. So you don't just come to your accommodation and that's that. We're always there to help you, and we're always there to support you to find what you're looking for and help you if you need it. So you can apply for accommodation from November 1st, 2020, and you can select up to 6 different options, and we'll try as hard as we can to give you as close to your preferred choice as possible. As mentioned previously, we do have a range of accommodations, but we also have some privately rented accommodation options available as well, where you can rent a single room in a privately rented shared house, typically costing from £75 to £95 per week. And this is inclusive of your utility bills. So as we say, super affordable and a really, really fantastic, safe and happy area. So everyone, that's kind of it from me in terms of a quick overview here of the University of Lincoln. There's so much more we could go on to say, but again, we could talk all day. But I think it would be great to hand over to a couple of my colleagues, and they will talk to you a little bit more about the University of Lincoln Business School, what it can offer, and how you'll be supported as a student here at the University of Lincoln. So, David and Maf, over to you.
Thank you, Tommy, for a very wonderful overview of the University of Lincoln. So I'm David Rugara, and I'm with my colleague here, Mahfouz Rahman, and we are both from the Lincoln International Business School. So in this session, we're going to talk and introduce the business school to you guys, hopefully give you more information about the details of our programs and what you would expect when you come to the business school. So to start, as Tommy mentioned, the business school is one of the 4 colleges of the University of Lincoln. Here at the business school, what would you expect if you were to come? You'd expect to find a very diverse faculty. So our faculty is very international in its nature, and it also follows that it informs the teaching that we deliver here at the business school. So the international is not just something that we added to our name. We are actually international in character. So what would you expect in terms of the programs? Our programs at the business school start from, traditional business and management, undergraduate and postgraduate courses. So you would expect to study business studies, international business, and so on and so forth. And then we've got marketing courses, which again cater for undergraduate and postgraduate study. Marketing and tourism, I must add, is one of our flagship programs and has, in the last number of years, been voted #1 in the UK, tourism and marketing. Then we've got our finance and accounting department, which my colleague Mahfouz is from. And the finance and accounting department has all the traditional accounting courses and also a very interesting course which has to do with investment banking. This course actually links to the Bank of England and has got an active investment portfolio where students can participate in a true investment fund. This is a real investment fund. Students practice and learn how to run their portfolios. And then putting all these programs together, you expect to find a very eclectic mix of students at the business school. So all our students as well come from all over the world, nearly each and every nationality represented within the student body. Moving on, I would like to share with you the key pillars of what informs our scholarship at the business school. So all our colleagues in the faculty practice what we call research-based teaching. So all our teaching is informed by the specialism, subject specialisms that our colleagues work within. So if you're working in business and management, or if you're studying in business and management, you'd expect to find that your lecturers will be specialized, researching actively in the areas that they are teaching. So the three key pillars that envelope this kind of delivery are: the first one is student as producer, which puts the student at the center and heart of their learning experience. So it's not the traditional approach where your tutor comes in and delivers knowledge to you. We take a very innovative approach with student as producer, which allows the student to be an active participant in the knowledge-making process. So from student as producer, we've got principles of responsible management education, which we call PRIME. This informs how and shapes the nature and character of all our programs. So we're not only looking to delivering you towards your final destination of earning a degree, but we also hope to embed responsible management education in your practice so that when you go to work, when you go and explore your career, you will have a dimension that you can add, which is linked to responsible management. So this links to ethics. It links to really questioning in a critical manner how you develop as a global citizen. So we are really invested in developing and nurturing a global-minded mindset within our students. So the third pillar that I would also want to share with you is linked to the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. So you'll find all programs and modules have tentative links to the SDGs. Again, you'll see that this really pushes that agenda of creating a global mindset. We are not just looking at you as a student who's come in, say in your case from Bangladesh, to earn a UK degree, but we really put ourselves and concern and exercise our efforts to what value will that degree bring to your development as a management expert or as you go and start your career. So those three pillars are very key. You would expect to find them in each and every other module consistently across all our programs. So finally, what I want to share with you is I mentioned the diversity of our staff. and there are key areas of interest. But I think you'll also be keen to, I'm sure you'll be curious to want to find out, what is the student experience at the business school. So when you come to the business school, of course there's books, of course there's learning, but what else can you find when you come through? So you find that the business school will cultivate a very social and enabling learning environment. What I mean by that is, you come to the business school, we'll give you exercises, you'll find avenues and opportunities to undertake that do not, in the first instance, look as if they're academic, but they enrich your social enterprise, they enrich your social development, and especially your cultural understanding and development within the UK. So we've got facilities such as the Global Lounge, which allows all these students, both international and home, to socialize, to interact, and we put together a series of courses, short challenges that you can undertake that can earn you some prestigious awards like the Global Certificate, which gives you a competitive edge when you go and apply for a job or put in your CV, to reveal the strengths, to reveal some of your character that you would have honed out during your stay at the business school. So all these awards like the Global Certificate, you'll find them within the our international lounge, which is headed by employability experts who again push you towards realizing your strengths, to realizing your ultimate potential. So the link between the Global Lounge and the employment, the employability department really gives you that, for want of a better word, it gives you the extra dimension that is not really covered in academic enterprise for you to be able to stand out in the competitive global graduate market. So apart from the Global Lounge, you also find, as Tommy mentioned earlier, that we've got international placements or international year abroad attached to all our programs. So we are aware that your development as a student, when you come, you've already left home. In your case, you have left Bangladesh. You are already a browsing and exploring student. So how else can we support you? So we will support you to find international placements in some of the programs. And for undergraduate students, there's an international year abroad attached to all the programs. So you can choose to go and study in another country, in the UK, where we've got our international partners linked to that international year abroad study. So then you broaden your mind, you broaden your cultural experience, you broaden your own understanding of the global dimensions within which you are operating in your program. So to conclude, if you were to come to the business school, you will find a very warm environment. You'll almost certainly find, as Mahfouz has already pointed out, you'll find somebody who is familiar, who is from your home country. I think more than 60% of our staff from the business school are from different countries. I myself, I'm from Zimbabwe. So you find people from India, you find people from Eastern Europe, you find people, we even have colleagues from the United States of America. So really, you'll find that you are not alone. So I know you'll be feeling very anxious about leaving home, but you'll find a very familiar environment in that everybody understands that, the discomforts and challenges of being away from home. So our staff is really, really diverse in that sense. So we are not just international in name. I would conclude by saying we are also international by nature and character. So I look forward to welcoming you when you decide to come to Lincoln and have a great experience at the business school. Now, I will hand over to Dr. Mahfouz Rahman, who perhaps might thrill you with a bit of a Bengali introduction, just to confirm that we're not making this up. He will tell you a bit more about the business school. Thanks, Mahfouz.
Thank you very much, David. Just before you finish, do you know anything about Bangladesh? Just a question.
Of course. I don't know how that escaped my mind, Mahfouz. I myself have been to Bangladesh. I've been to Dhaka. Was it in February, Mahfouz? We went to Dhaka. And what a fantastic city, what a fantastic, colorful environment to be in. So if anything, I think we're looking forward to be going back to Bangladesh. So it's not a flying visit. Our commitment here to come online and talk to you is not just taking advantage of these digital platforms, but we really do have an interest in developing our links with Bangladesh. And you might find interestingly, we are developing some short links of courses that may have to do especially with sustainability and development and sustainability development goals because of Bangladesh's well-known track record in achieving the Millennium Development Goals. So yes, Mahfouz is right to bring that up. I've been to Bangladesh, loved the food, loved the country, and I hope you can come here and enjoy the English cuisine too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I will actually discuss about three things you can say. First of all, why you should study in an international university, and then why UK, and then we'll come very quickly why University of Lincoln. So the last question has been answered by my colleagues. Why University of Lincoln? So I'll go back. Why it is important for you to study in an international university. Now, Bangladesh is changing. Bangladesh is changing very fast. And if you can see, there are many multinational companies, international organizations active in Bangladesh. What is happening in those organizations? The top managements are from the other countries, particularly from India, China, and even from like UK, USA. Why this is happening in Bangladesh? The main reason is that this is happening in Bangladesh because I mean we are not familiar with this sort of situation. Now, why we are not familiar? What's wrong with with this change? Bangladesh is now a middle income country, and obviously we are an emerging economy at this moment. In an emerging economy, things can be very different. Particularly, we have growing middle class. Now, this growing middle class is actually affecting our business. Our sorry, I mean my daughter is behind me. This is something I because I'm from home. This is weekend, Saturday in here. So what is happening actually? We have growing middle class. So what's wrong with growing middle class? As we are from middle class, we actually want some global products, but at the same time, we may not be able to afford all these global products in a local price, for example. Now, if you can have some experience, if you can have some knowledge that can help you to develop business strategy, that can help you to develop some products, that can help you to develop some services with the target population, that will ensure your job in future. Now, obviously, I have a full respect for Bangladeshi universities, but the problem is the curriculum and the method that we are using at this moment that was suitable a long time ago. But once again, if you really want to work in an international environment, you need to be familiar with international or real international environment. And we actually can give you that experience. So by working in an organization or by studying in a university like University of Lincoln, you will see what sort of difference you will have just after 1 year. You may have some sort of it's a shyness, for example. It will go away. Whenever you will see some people they are talking about some global brands, still you can have some say okay, how should I participate or not? But as you will become used to, you will feel like, oh, this is fantastic. I can actually join in any conversation. I can give a presentation. It's not about reading and trying to remember something and write those things. That is not where we are focusing at this moment. We'll ask you to develop a strategy. We'll ask you to how you can actually help yourself to see the future. Now, if you actually if you can evaluate what is happening now, that can actually give you a job, but not a promotion in an international organization. To get a job and also to get a promotion, you'll have to learn what will happen tomorrow. That is where we are focusing at Lincoln International Business School. So from very beginning, we'll try to show you, like, what sort of things can happen in future, rather than just making some evaluation of, like, past or, like, current things. Uh, I'm really open in terms of, like, in terms of making relationships, or in terms of, like, answering questions, or, like, connections. So if you really want to discuss about, like, potential like, connections, or, like, an information or any other things, I will be happy to, like, give your answers through social media or professional, like, professional links, like LinkedIn or other things. I also frequently visit Bangladesh, and I actually give lectures to many private universities, and University of Dhaka, Jahangirnagar, Khulna. So I know actually, like, what sort of things they like. So sometimes, like, those students actually email me that they really want to learn about strategies that can help them to shape their careers. So and then why Lincoln? Lincoln is once again, I mean, if you know about actually, like, a Newton, you will say, like, okay, we are very close to the original home of like, Newton. Lincoln is a small city, and you will love it. Second thing, why University of Lincoln? I mean, obviously there are some big universities. There are some very big universities in the UK. But we can guarantee one thing: if you come to University of Lincoln, you won't be lost. Like, when you go to a very big university, nobody will realize who are you, or, like, they will not think, okay, you are from Bangladesh, so what? But if I can guarantee, if anybody come from Bangladesh, I personally talk to them, because you are not lost. This is not a very big university, so most probably, like, will be able to teach you formally, but at the same time will be able to help you informally at the University of Lincoln. So small is beautiful, because you won't be lost. I know UK is a very, like, very different country, but it is also very important to remain, like, within a small environment where you will get some help. Okay, so I will not, like, discuss more about, like, other issues, but if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer. Thank you very much.
That was, oh, here we go. So I think we've got a suite of I think we've got a suite of questions coming up throughout the time now. So we'll just take them between ourselves. So I'm happy to take this one. Did the admission procedure go through any changes due to this pandemic? So here at the University of Lincoln, as every other university around the world, we're working very hard to ensure that we can support students no matter how they've been affected or their background. Absolutely, for particular regions, we may have adapted to ensure that we were working in line with the national policies, any kind of government advice with regards to education and any qualifications and exams. So we've taken a very, very flexible approach to ensuring that we can support students from any area. So I would definitely say, if you have any further questions, to get in touch with our admissions team, which you can do so through the university website, lincoln.ac.uk, and they'll be able to talk you through any changes dependent on your background, your area, and where you've come from. How classes, especially lab classes, are held during this pandemic. David, I don't know if you and Math, whether you want to give a brief overview of the classes and how potentially teaching will work. Oh, sorry, David, you're mute at the moment.
Right. Sorry about that. It's the proverbial mute button that is proving quite challenging to manage. So just briefly, all classes at Lincoln adhere to the social distancing and the health guidance, the national health guidance that is offered. So we are practicing teaching in a very safe environment, so we can guarantee that you will not be put at risk by, being forced to attend classes. So as you mentioned here, I think this question is specific to lab classes. You have to be in the lab. You can't do that online. So special dispensation and special measures have been taken to make sure that our students who are utilizing practical subjects can undertake those subjects, but in a safe environment. So you'll find that classes are spread out through the week. The classes are smaller. We have revised the setup of the classes so that we maintain social distancing, but also that we can monitor. We've got our own local track and trace system in place where we know where the student has been. So if there's a positive case reported, we're able to trace it through and see who has been put at risk. So you can rest assured that the lab classes, practical or otherwise, are all being conducted in a very safe environment.
Great, thank you very much for that, David. Does the University of Lincoln provide any special scholarship opportunities for Bangladeshi students? Who wants to take this one?
I think Ben, you already mentioned it in your. Sorry, I keep calling you Ben because I was in a meeting with a colleague called Ben earlier. Sorry, Tommy. I think you've already mentioned the scholarships that are in place in your preamble. The £2,000 application scholarship, and then you've got the 50% scholarship as well that comes through if a student is able to prove their academic prowess. So really, explore, and you can find more information about this scholarship sometimes, not just on the website, but go to the college page that you are applying through, and they are very, very well detailed. And as Tommy, who is shortly becoming Ben, as Tommy mentioned earlier, do reach out to our admissions team and they will guide you throughout all the opportunities that are available.
Good to see you.
I hope that answers the question, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any on-campus job opportunities for international students? Yes, there is, absolutely. So as part of your study here in the UK, you'll be eligible to work part-time for up to 20 hours per week. So here at the university, we have an on-campus job shop alongside a students' union that offers a number of places part-time work for students. And one of the best benefits about the city itself is that we're very, very close to the city centre. So you also have a range of opportunities in the city centre to gain outside employment as well. So yes, there's loads of opportunities, as I mentioned earlier as well, and as David and Mafuza also mentioned, there's also opportunities through careers, employabilities within your college and within your respective faculties to find additional opportunities that not only will get you some part-time work, but will get you some part-time skills and really, really help you to stand out as a prospective candidate for future employment or further research. So I understand that that's the final question that we've got today. So it's just from us to say a huge, huge thank you. So massive thank you, Dr. Mafuza and David. And just to let you know, everybody, that you've got a fantastic team here at the University of Lincoln, and whether it be from a fantastic and beautiful office or from a home with your daughter, we're all still here working hard to support you as students, and we hope to see you in the future. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with the EdVive team or directly with us at the University of Lincoln, lincoln.ac.uk. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay.